What is up, guys? I got a special video for you here today. This will be about the third time I've made a video about this, but this is really important because every time I do a video talking about the Shilajit that I promote, I always get people writing me and asking me, how do you know that it's real Shilajit? And that's a good question. Because I have bought all kinds of stuff claiming to be Shilajit. Now, I just so happen to have a container of some bunk bullshit that I got on Amazon for like 20 bucks, okay? This big old jar right here, if this was real Shilajit, this would not be no 20 bucks. No, it wouldn't. So I saved it so that I can show people how to tell the difference between real Shilajit and fake Shilajit. So first of all, you have to understand what Shilajit is. This is million-year-old plants and trees that decomposed, fermented, and somehow, some way, the earth turned it into a tar substance. And sometimes it can dry out and get really rock hard, in which case just put a couple of drops of water, let it sit overnight. It completely dissolves. It is 100% natural, 100%. This is made by the earth and nothing else added to it. I don't know what the hell this stuff is, but let me show you something, okay? So you want to do a burn test. When you get you some Shilajit, put a flame to it. You have to understand that million-year-old plants, what's going to happen if you burn a plant? It's going to turn to ash, right? Because that's what happens. When you burn plants, they burn and turn to ash. This stuff does not turn to ash. It just bubbles and melts. So let me show you. I'm going to use my handy-dandy baby samurai sword here to show you what happens when you burn some real, genuine Shilajit, okay? Just gonna get a little bit like that right there. And we're gonna use my handy-dandy torch, and we're gonna put a flame to it. As you can see, it's burning. It's not melting. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit shaky. I just had a big old cup of coffee. As you can see, it's turning to ash. You see it's gray. All right? That's what Shilajit is supposed to do. Now, we're going to get some of this bunk crap on here. And this is just so funny. This is the best, easiest, and most efficient way to test your Shilajit. All right. Let's get a little bit of this crap on here. And you can tell by the smell, too. Like, this stuff doesn't even smell like Shilajit, but until you learn what real Shilajit is supposed to smell like, I wouldn't recommend trying to smell it because it's all kind of rough. So here's this bunk crap. Okay. Let's see what happens when you put a flame to it. See, it's bubbling and melting. That's not what million-year-old plants and trees are supposed to do. They don't melt, right? It's supposed to burn. So, again, one of the many reasons why this is some of the best Shilajit that I have found. The only thing that kind of compares to it was this company that is based in Pakistan. And when you order from them, it took me like 2 months to get my order. And these people, I believe, are just over in California. Every time I order from them, it shows up immediately. And yeah, this stuff is really good. This stuff is actually better than the stuff I got from Pakistan. You know, I feel much more energized, and like I said, it's like a nootropic. Very much like a nootropic, along with this stuff here. Feels very much like a nootropic. These are my go-tos. You know I had a drink of coffee tonight. That's very rare that I do that. That's why it kind of made me a little bit shaky, because I don't drink coffee very often. It's very, very rare that I drink caffeine. You know, sometimes you'll see me with an energy drink, depending on if I have extra work. Like tonight, I have to do double the workload. So I'm going to throw a little bit of caffeine on top of it. But, you know, 90% of the time, I don't use caffeine. I don't use coffee. I use this stuff. So, yeah, they do have a Black Friday sale going on right now. The link is in the description. If you want to check it out, I would highly recommend it. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here. Stay blessed.